So the legislators and the industry, what is happening right now, the industry is, in terms of technology and sort of know-how, far ahead of the legislators.
Yes.
The legislators are not technically informed, or they don't have the know-how to make the legislation.
Isn't that usually how it goes?
It's
But it's
usually how it goes.
especially so now, that's true.
Especially so now,
Yeah.
and the industry will set the rules of the game. Do you think there is a danger there, or?
It depends how you look at it, right? If we continue to focus on the AV space based on the 5 different levels of autonomy, right? So, in general, I'm actually a huge proponent of, for levels 1, 2, and 3, let's enable it to be in the company's hands and let the states regulate however they want. My concern comes once we start approaching level 4. So for example, you look at Tesla. Once they deploy their Model 3 taxi fleet, as it were, or once cruise automation, say, unleashes their little Chevy Bolt autonomous cars all over the streets at level 4, and eventually one day level 5, this then needs to transition to federal regulation. And okay, I'll just kind of dive into one of my analogies from aviation. If you look back at the history of Airbus, say, when Airbus brought over fly-by-wire technology, this was an exclusively military type of thing that nobody had ever applied to commercial aircraft in, what was this, the early 80s? So I guess the Airbus project first began in the mid 70s. And so when Airbus said, hey, we've got this new aircraft, I guess it was the Airbus A300, the question was, well, we don't know how it's going to do, so why don't we at least compare it to the status quo? Boeing. If you guys are at least as safe as Boeing, then it's probably okay. We don't even have such basic framework as that. We don't have any standards, we don't have any frameworks, and this is why I think that, indeed, let the states regulate up through level 3, but once you get to level 4 and above, you're going to need to have federal regulation. You're going to need standards.